if you want an original SCP that is genuinely interesting and unique in many ways, there's a channel called AskFucker69 that is a genuine YouTube channel. I am not making this up, and I can't be flagged for swearing because it's a name and that's how English language works. And well, yeah. Here, one SCP that is unique to that channel, and this SCP is not meant as a meme. It is a genuine attempt at an interesting SCP that doesn't break the typical formula for a standard SCP. And what may that be? A strange entity that could be accurately called a murder monster. It is SCP-42069. Everything about it is theoretically possible, except for what it claims to be magic, which is mislabeled by the Foundation as reality bending, and it is but a science that was long forgotten by humans. Well, by many. It's been a while since I've had it. I don't remember read it. Sorry, listen to it. I don't remember the exact words. The SCP. The SCP can, quote, it can reality bend, or at least a lot of people at the Foundation think it's reality bend, in the presence of reality anchors. And no known number of reality anchors have been able to suppress or interfere with its ability to use magic. Okay, what's making a noise? Yeah. Just a senior citizen doing some woodwork. Yes, you heard me correct. Senior citizen doing woodwork. The SCP has survived a multi-hour-long encounter with SCP-682, and also willingly turned itself over to the Foundation. Can you guess why? One experiment about the anomaly concluded that it definitively knows everything about the Foundation, though there are a few things about it that it does not know, because it decided not to read up about itself, or anything else. It is a Homo sapien male reminiscent entity with retractable claws on its hands that it only discovered with the aid of the SCP Foundation, and eviscerates its targets violently, often including the impalement of the victim using the victim's own bone against a wall or the ceiling, and it does something regarding what it tore out and SCP-096's face, and also tears off limbs, and does some choking involved. of the victim using the victim's guts, specifically the intestines, and gets sustenance from SCP-666.5J, though it is unknown how it is immune to the effects. It could be that it simply is naturally immune to whatever it is that makes it so anomalous. After all, one theory of why 666.5J does what it does is because of an experimental salt substitute. Maybe natural processes in its unknown place of origin caused it to have such adaptations that the experimental salt substitute, if it is the salt substitute that makes 666.5J have such effects. I forgot what I was saying. Or it could be unsanitary conditions amongst the staff. And if that is so, it is possible, theoretically, for something to have caused such reaction to cause a reaction with the human body due to unsanitary conditions. And maybe whatever is causing that is native to wherever 426.9 is. Or just simply gets sustenance from the non-anomalous part. And does something with the and something happens with the anomalous part that makes it ineffective. I'm currently saying this on the fly, as none of that was mentioned in the video. It is also noteworthy that it was considered whether or not it could be used for reasons involving an MPF unit or recontainment of anomalies that have reached containment in the site that it is kept. And also, I think something involving 426.9 and Mr. Expunged happened. If you don't know who Mr. Expunged is, let me think. It is a thin, pale humanoid that I think is also hairy, and I do distinctly remember it being in possession of no name. Its name was Expunged, and that's why it was called Mr. Expunged, and is an anomaly. And its number is redacted. Unless instead of a number, it's simply text, and the text is redacted. Redacted is a text, not the text has been redacted. Did I already mention the flexibility? It should also be noted that any of the work that it does that gets documented regards collabs, and it terminated an unknown anomaly using a chainsaw cannon, Dr. Bright, and, quote, homies from down the street. I don't understand this anomaly, but I think there is good reason why it's not allowed to be with Dr. Bright. Is it even no longer not allowed to be with Dr. Bright? You get that thing, Dr. Clef, Dr. Brain, Dr. Kondraki in one place? What do you think would happen? Probably maybe some XK class insanity. Or some Dr. Bright shenanigan level stuff that has a bad ending for everyone. As in Dr. Clef infected and then died. Didn't he do something with 682? Yeah, he did. Blew open the door with some explosives. Everything that it has done that has been explained with theoretical possibility, except for the magic. The magic has not been scientifically proven. So, there's that.